Hello, this is Julianne Lieberman, again recording from Assistive Technology Industry Association Conference in Orlando, Florida. And once again, I'm meeting with some of the leaders in the assistive technology industry. Freedom Scientific, the very familiar name for those of you that use the screen reader JAWS for Windows and Magic Screen Enlargement software, as well as OpenBook and some of their hardware devices, the Topaz Video Magnifier line. And I'm going to turn it over now and let these two gentlemen take over and introduce themselves, tell them about some of the key new features in their products, and then we'll come back and wrap it up. Thank you.
Well, it's great to be here. This is Eric Damery, the Vice President of Software Product Management for Freedom Scientific. And I'll tell you briefly, JAWS 13 came out in October of 2011. We've been doing monthly updates since. We got one out in November, December. And I'm hoping that when we get back from this convention, probably by the first week in February, we'll have another one out. JAWS 13 had several great new features in it, and probably the most significant one was our convenient OCR option. And what this is, when you install JAWS for Windows, you're now installing an OCR engine on your computer, and if you run across a screen that you can't read because it's got a graphical image which contains text, or maybe it's a graphic image that has text that you're supposed to be able to click on, you can now run the OCR against that screen. It'll process it and it'll insert the results in the screen of text that you had previously. And a great way to try this out, I'll give you all a little example. If you've got 13 installed, bring up the JAWS window. While you're on the JAWS window, press the JAWS key, insert, hold it down, tap the space bar, then press the letter O for OCR, and then press the letter W for window. And that tells JAWS, take a picture of the JAWS window, OCR it, and insert the text that's in the graphic on the image, the picture in the window, into your text. And you'll now be able to walk through that with the JAWS cursor and see that there's a picture there that says JAWS for Windows Screen Reading Software, Freedom Scientific. And you'll now be able to read that text, and if it was a link, you could click it. So just a great feature. I hope everyone is enjoying the new results viewer. Also, if you use Research It, you might want to check the weather forecast in your area. Insert space R, type in your zip code, tab to the list, and hit W for weather, and press enter, and you'll find that it delivers the results to you in an HTML window that you can walk through with quick navigation keys, and it's a lot easier to read now. So that's just a couple of the features. Make sure you read the what's new and watch for the coming updates. And I'm going to turn it over to Brad Davis.
Thanks, Eric. This is Brad Davis. I'm the Vice President of Hardware Product Management for Freedom Scientific. This is a pretty exciting show for us in that we're showing our new high-definition line of Topaz video magnifiers. If you use a standard definition video magnifier, you probably run into this objection that the field of view is 5 inches or so. So it's necessary to move a document back and forth under the camera, even if you're at the lowest magnification level. Because if you go in a lower magnification level, the text doesn't show as clearly. So what high definition lets us do is go to lower magnification levels, still show the text very clearly, and with a wide field of view, 11 inches, we can show the entire document on the screen. So less fatigue of moving the table back and forth, and if you're seeing the whole line at one time, you're reading faster and probably retaining more, so it translates to better productivity. Another great feature we enjoy on this new model is it's already configured for PC connectivity. So you can connect your PC by VGA and bring your PC screen to a 22-inch or 24-inch widescreen that comes with the Topaz magnifier, or you can connect by USB and bring that magnified image from the Topaz over to your PC to work with it. this has a lot of uses. One application that comes to mind right away is with tax season coming up. You can use your tax software application in the bottom half of your screen, put your receipts magnified in the top of the screen, make sure that the entries match each other, and then save those documents enlarged and enhanced in your Income Tax 2011 folder. It's the only desktop video magnifier that lets you do that, and I think these are great productivity enhancements, and we're getting a lot of good reaction to them at the show.
Magic's included with it?
Magic works with it. Okay. So you can magnify your income tax application and magnify the text, the hard copy, using the Topaz Video Magnifier.
You would have to bring up a really bad subject there, income tax time. Who really wants to see it magnified? Unless you're getting a return that gives you a favorable refund check. So that's how I like to look at it. Let's talk about the refund rather than all the deductions and how much we're paying. I did have another quick question for you, Eric, about the OCR application. I have to admit I have installed 13 and I have not taken advantage of the OCR at this point in time. How does it approach when you get a document that's a PDF that has not had the OCR performed on it? Will you be able to do that using this application? In other words, I'm a college student right now, and if I often will get a file that is a PDF that a college professor has scanned in from their computer at their office and sends it to me, and it's still an image. How would this address that issue?
Yeah, that's a great question, and the answer is yes, it will. What you want to do is open up the PDF document, and then you'll find it says, JAWS will report back. It's a blank document. At that point, I recommend you do the Adobe Keystroke Control 1, which will get it at a zoom level of 100%. Anything less than 100% is less optimal to be able to OCR it, and I find 100% or a little bigger works better. And when you run the OCR against it, remember that you're only OCRing what's visible on screen. So if it's a two-page document and you're only getting a portion of the document on the screen at the moment, you're not going to OCR everything, you're just going to OCR what's on screen. But it's a good way of being able to at least learn what it is. Somebody had sent you something, it's a PDF, it's an image, so you can't read it with a screen reader normally. Run a quick OCR with JAWS on it, see what the document is, decide if it's something you want. If you've got open book, you might want to import that through the import printer and OCR the whole document and then save it and have it in an accessible format, or print it out, run it through a regular scanner or Pearl camera with open book. Okay?
So that's a great tip, because that way you're not using this to replace something like the import feature in open book. You're using this just to kind of augment the ability to read some things on the computer itself. So it would be rather tedious. You'd have to then close that one page and then open up another page and do the same function again.
CAPTCHA's another one. CAPTCHA's another one people will ask about. And this OCR, as most OCR programs, are not designed or intended to work against CAPTCHA. As a matter of fact, CAPTCHA is intended to not allow it to work. So that is one of the images before. I'm sure it's one of the questions that will come up right away is, can we run this against CAPTCHA? And chances are you're not going to get good results. Some letters it'll recognize, but most it will not.
Okay, thank you. Great for that information, and I appreciate you taking the time away from your very busy booth, as always. And it's nice for you to take the time to spend with us. And if further for information, there are Freedom Scientific dealers in Pennsylvania. Your website, of course, is www.freedomscientific.com. And how many dealers do you have in Pennsylvania? Do you know offhand?
We've got Virtual Vision Technologies and Sage Technologies. Yeah.
Okay, they're in the Philadelphia area, and for more information, I'm sure you can contact Freedom Scientific at their website, and they can direct you on if you need further information about dealers in your area as well. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you. Great.
Great.
Cool. All right.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay.
And I'll